Hello everyone, it's Professor Sadiq Noor, and today I'm gonna show you and demonstrate to you how to complete SAM Project A Excel Module 2 formulas, functions, and formatting. So let's start. As I'm already in the canvas under the modules, or you gonna access it from the assignment too. So I'm gonna discuss these assignment here, the project, how to complete the SAM project related to Excel chapter number 2, formulas, functions, and formatting. So let's start. Click on it. Be sure that your pop-ups are on. Then click on load this project A. It's gonna take us to Cengage. Now we have to click on start. Click on the start button to start the project. Now, as you know, we have three boxes here. The first box is to download the file. So we have to download two files here, the instruction file and the starting file. The instruction has all the steps that we have to complete, and then the starting file is what we have to apply those instructions into this file. Now, once we're done with it, then we have to come back here and then we have to either drag it or we have to click to link the file that we completed it, and then we have to hit submit to grade for grading it, right? So in this case, also you have to remember when you download the file has a one with it, as you see Sadiq Noor underscore one, right? So once you have completed your work and is about to upload your file for grading, what you need to do is just change the one to two, which I'm gonna show you once I finish the step, right? Because if you upload the one, it's not gonna take it because it says that the expected file name should be like this, right? No one. So if you put a one here and then you upload it, you are not gonna you cannot grade that file. The system will not grade. You will get a red indication that the file name is wrong, right? So I will download all the two files together. As you see, both the file is being downloaded. Now you can close the browser and you have to work offline because you need Microsoft Word and you need Microsoft Excel 365 or Excel 2021. So it's gonna work. So the other thing, guys, the files that I'm using here, the Excel file and the instruction file, I will put it under the description of the video, so you can download it and then you could follow the step with me one at a time. So it's best that you follow me the steps that I'm doing in the video, right? So both the file will be under the description of the video. So with that, I will minimize because I have to come back to upload it, or I can just close the SAM here and I will refresh the manual and the assignment again, and then I will minimize it. Now I have to go to the File Explorer, and then I need to go to the download of my Windows 11, and then I have the two file I downloaded. The Microsoft Word is the instructions, and then the Excel file that I need to work on. So I will double click the Microsoft Word to open the instruction. Perfect. And then we will enable it so we can zoom it. All right, I will zoom it so we can read the instruction well. Now I will go back to the File Explorer and then I will open Microsoft Excel with the file. So it open Excel. Be sure to click on Enable Editing. Now, a little bit introduction about Excel, which most of my videos I do explain what is what. So Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet, and also the file of Excel is called workbook, right? So the workbook, the workbook consists of worksheets, right? The workbook consists of work worksheet, right? Worksheet. Now you can either call sheets or worksheets is okay. Worksheets. Now the worksheet is the one that consists of columns and rows. So the worksheet is consists of columns and rows, right? So in one worksheet, guys, we have almost 17 16,384 columns in one sheet, you can imagine, right? How many rows? The rows is a lot in billion. All right. 4, 8, 5, 7. So that's how much rows you have in one sheet, in one worksheet. Now, when you add up, the total will become, that's how much you have. It is a lot. We cannot use all this. It depends on your work, right? That's the total sales that we have, right? Now, the cell reference, a cell is referred by its unique address, or we call it cell references, right? Which is the column letter and the row number location that identify the cell within the worksheet. Remember that, right? So when your cursor is on the worksheet, right? So that's your pointer is going to be like this. So that is your active cell, whatever the cell you are in, right? So the other thing here in Excel, let me switch the, so you can see. So in this case, you will see the columns represent in a worksheet in alphabetic order, C, A, B, C, D. This is your column. And the rows are represented by numbers, as you see the numbers, right? Now, you see here in the top, all the way to the help, this is your tabs. This is your tabs, right? And then below the tabs, this guy here, all the way to the end here, this is what we call the ribbon. The ribbon. Now the ribbon consists of groups, and the groups has name like alignment, font, number group, style group, and so on, right? So when you change the tab, like if I click insert, the ribbon will change, right? So obviously what's inside the group is the command, right? And then the other important thing here is this here, the white area you see where my mouse indicates. This one is what we call the formula bar. So anything that you type or you are about to type we can see or we can type it in the formula bar. So all your formulas, all your equations, everything will be visible on the formula bar. Now here, this box here is fx means to insert the function, and then the check sign is to press the enter key to execute what you typed in the formula bar, and then X if you don't wanna execute it, you don't wanna enter it. And then this box here is very much important. This one here is your name box. The name box tells you where you are located, right? So if you want to go to column A and row number 300, instead of scrolling down to that row, I will just type A 200 or A 300 and straight I will go there, right? And here is your sheet tabs. All the sheets, worksheet that you create will be listed here. So in this assignment, we have 3 of them, you see. And then if you want to add more worksheets, you can hit the plus sign here. And then the last one is the status bar. It says Excel is ready. For people with physical challenges, the accessibility is in investigate right now. And then you have the scroll bar to move the around your worksheet upward, downward, left and right. And then you have the views here, normal view, page layout view, break, page break. So these are the different views, right? And then here is the magnifier to zoom. If you want to zoom it, you want to make the Excel to look more bigger, smaller. So you're gonna move the bar to the right to increase it, and then if you can move it to the left, it's gonna shrink it down. All right. With that, so let's start completing the assignment. So I clicked it. The first one is just a documentation, who is the author and so on. So the next one is the bin. So I'm in the bin worksheet now, right? So let's go and read. Let me move the word close to the Excel so I can back and forth. So the first step here is very important about the file. So the file, be sure that you change the file that you download having 1, you have to change the 1 to 2. That's what they said here, changing 1 to 2. That's it. All right. So the next thing, we have to go down and we have to read. All right. So we have to go to the bin worksheet, change the name of the worksheet tab to bin list to use more descriptive name. So here the worksheet tab says bin. So what is bin? So we will add, double click it. So you see it's highlighted. So click inside in the right of the N and then add the keyword list and then press the enter key. So they want us to say bin list. Perfect. So let's now start with step number 2. So step number 2 is center align the content of the range C3 all the way to C4 to match the alignment of the other cells on the worksheet. So C, this is the column A, B, and then C column, and then we have to start from C3 all the way to C14. So you have to go back and see, is that what they want us to do? C3 all the way to C14. Perfect. So I will zoom so you're gonna see well. Perfect. Now we're gonna go to the home tab, then alignment group, and then we want center. So click on the center. All right. So you see the stuff move to the center. Now format the list of the bins to emphasize that the information belongs together as follows. We need to apply a tick outside border to the range A1 all the way to C14. And then we have to change the color to orange SN3. which is the seventh column and the first row of the theme color palette. All right. So we have to select A1 all the way to C14, and then we have to give the thick outside border. So A1 all the way to C14. A1 all the way to perfect. Now we need the thick outside. So go back to the font under the home tab, the font. You see the font, and then click on border, and then we want thick outside border. Click on it. Perfect. Now go back, and then because we need to change the color, so click more border. It's gonna open the dialog box, and then the color palette is here. So click, and then we have to see which one they said. Click, change the border color to orange accent 3, right? So let's go, and then we are in the border, right? And then here, and then this is what we want, orange accent 3. Orange accent 3, the seventh column and the first row of the theme color palette. So if you go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Orange accent. Once you did that, now you have to click the box again. See? Click, click, so that is gonna take the color you selected. Now click OK. Perfect. So we're done with this step number 3, A and B. So let's go to step number 4. Apply the short date number format to the cell B16 to use more common date format. So we need to change the date to short date. So the date is in B16. It says May 8, 2028. So we're gonna go to the number group here, and then the date. Click the drop down and look for short date. Now that's the short, it converted to short date. Now let's go down to step number 5. In the page layout, view, enter the warehouse bins in the center section of the header. Provide a meaningful header when Shanaz prints the worksheet. So we need to have a header warehouse bin so that whenever you print the worksheet, the name will be on each of the pages that you're gonna print, right? So we have to go back, and then we can go to page layout. You see the view page layout in the bottom, in the right of the normal view, or you can go to view and then page layout. So that is the page layout view now. So click the middle box, and then we have to say warehouse space bin in the middle box. So warehouse bins. Perfect. Now click anywhere in the worksheet here, and then go back to view and then hit normal, or I can use either this normal here from the view tab, or I can use from the status bar here. See the normal here. So it's the same thing. Either I need to click this guy here to go back to normal view, because now I'm not in a normal, and I'm a page layout view. All right. So either way you like. So I will click normal. I'm back now. Now the dots that you notice here, so that means when I will hit the print, it's gonna print from A to G. Then if you had anything in H, I, J, K, that will be printed in the second page. All right. So let's get back. We're done with that now. Number 6. Go to the inventory list worksheet. To make it stand out, format the worksheet title in cell A1 as follows. So we have to change the worksheet from the bin list to inventory list, which is the second worksheet. So click on it from the sheet tab. Now we are in the inventory list. They say select A1 so that we can merge it. Because see now, warehouse inventory is in A1, right? And these are all empty cells. So we have to merge it to become one column or one row. So highlight from A1 to A1 to I1. So let me zoom. Perfect. Let me read again. Merge and center the worksheet title across the range from A1 all the way to I1, which I did. Now we have to click on merge and center. Now you will go back to home, the alignment group, and click on center and merge. Perfect. While it's still being highlighted, you need to change the font to Calibri Light. So go to the font group under the home tab, click the font, and then look for Calibri Light. Calibri Light. Calibri Light, and then change the font to 22. The font size is 11 now, so change it to 22. Perfect. And then change the font color to Aqua SN1. So go to the font again, click the big A with a red underline, and then look for Aqua SN1. So click on it, and then we have to bold it. So let's go back and then bold the worksheet title. So we're done with step number 6, and then A all the way to E, the steps. Now the next is step number 7. Resize the width of the column B using the auto fit to display the full text of the descriptions. So the column B is the description. So click the B, and then let's go. Be sure you are in the home. I'm already in the home. And then we will go to the style group. And then you see here, not the style, sorry, the cells group here. Click on format, and then click on auto fit the column. Automatic the column B will be stretched. Perfect. Let's go and read back. Number 8. Maya wants to display the entire text in cell F3, but the format it requires less horizontal space. Make sure this formatting changes as follows. So we need to set the width of column F to 9 point, which is wide enough to display the characters in each word of the column heading in F3. So click the F, and then let's go back to the home tab, and then under the ribbon you will see the cells. Click the format column width, and then in the column width dialog box put 9.00 or just 9. All right, let's do it again. Column width and just put 9. Then let me see again. So it has to be 9. Sometimes it doesn't show well, so let me try again. Format column worth is already said is 9. Perfect. Now wrap the contents of the cell F3 to display the text on two lines. So we need to wrap the content of cell F3 to display the text on two lines, right? See here. So click on F3 and then let's go back to the alignment group, and then you will see under the alignment group wrap text. Click on it. Perfect. So now we can see it in two lines. So we're done with step A, step 8, and then A and B. Now number 9. Maya asks you to find any duplicate entries that and then delete them. Respond to her request. So we need to select the range A4 all the way to A16, and then we have to use the conditional formatting to highlight the cell that is being duplicated, that has a duplicate values in a red light red fill with dark red text, right? So A4, highlight, move your cursor in the middle, and then hold the left key of your mouse and highlight A4 all the way to A16. Then we need to go to the style group under the home tab here, and then conditional formatting. And then the first one is highlight cell rules. And then we are looking for the last one here, duplicate values. So if we have any duplicate value, we need to indicate the duplicate values with light red fill with dark red text. You can have different kinds if you want to, but that's what we want to end up with, and click OK. So now this is the two that is being duplicating. It's the same information, right? Now delete the row containing the second duplicate value. So we need to get rid of this one. So move your cursor to 16 and click on it to select the whole row. Then one way is just do right click and from the shortcut menu delete, right? Or you can delete from the cell group and delete, you see? So delete. I will do right click on the 16, row number 16, and then when I see the shortcut and then look for delete and then click on delete. So the information that was duplicate was deleted. All right. Next, let me move down. So we're done with 9. Now we have to do 10. So apply shading to the range A17 all the way to B18 using aqua SN1 lighter 80, the fifth column, second row of the theme palette to separate the range from the rest of the worksheet. So we need to highlight A17 all the way to B18, right? Right, and then go to the font, select the yellow bucket, and then we are looking for Aqua SN1 lighter 80%. So click on it. Perfect. Aqua SN1 lighter 80%. Now the next one, to format the value as a proper dollar amount, decrease the number of decimal place in cell A18 to 2. Go back to your Excel. This is the value in A18, and you see I have 3 decimal place. So we're gonna shrink it to only 2. So you will go to the number group on the ribbon under the home, and then we have here increase, and then we have decrease. So we need decrease. As you see, decrease to 2 decimal, the A18. Now step number 12. Maya wants to keep running the count of the items in the inventory. In cell B18, enter the number that uses the count A function to count the values in the range B4 all the way to B15 to determine the number of items in the inventory. So we need to count, right? We have to use the count function. So go to B18 and we need to find out the number of inventory we have. All right. So either I can start the function with equal and then I can type count A. You see that here in the shortcut? And then I can double click it. And then it says, where is the value that you want to count or the range? So the range is this from here. You will select B4 all the way to B15. And then you have to hold the shift and close the parentheses. Now everything looks perfect and then press the enter key, right? That's one way. The other way, I will delete it. I can go to the formula tab, the function library, and then I will go to uh, here, stats, and then we have to find out the count. See, the count A counts the number of cells in a range that are not empty. So count A is gonna open the count A dialog box or the function arguments. Now it says where is the value. So what you need is just delete this, backspace this, and then click the up arrow. And then you have to select B4 all the way to B15. That's the other way that you can use the function in Excel. And then click the arrow to take us back. And it says the results will be 12. And then click OK. So we get the same thing. Either you wanna start with equal and then type the function name and then double click the function and then you have to select the range that you wanna find how many how many items we have. So or you can just go to the function formula tab, function library, go to more function and then stats. And then from there look for count A. So let's go to this step. Now, number 13. Apply the SN6 cell styles to the range A3 all the way to I3 to indicate those cells contain column headings and to go and to the range E16 all the way to E18 to indicate those cells contain row headings, right? So we need A3 all the way to I3, all right? And then we're gonna go back to the home tab and then we're gonna go to the style, click the cell style, and then we want SN6, click on it. And then we have to select E16 all the way to E18. E16 all the way to E18 here, right? We have to give the same color, the same style. So go back to the styles group on the ribbon under the home, click the cell styles and then click on SN6. Perfect. Now let's go down. Now apply the accounting number format to the range G4 all the way to H15 to show that the value are dollar amount. So G4 all the way to H15. So these two columns. And then we're gonna go to the number group here. And then now it says general, the data type. So click the drop down and changes to currency. And you see it adds the decimal place and a dollar amount. Now Maya wants to know at a glance which item has the most inventory values. So in the range H4 all the way to H15, use conditional formatting to create a data bar rule with the gradient fill light blue data bar color option. So we have to select H4 all the way to H15, H4 all the way to H15, right? And then we have to use the conditional formatting. So you will go back to the Home tab, the Style, and then you will click on Conditional Format, the down black arrow, and then Data Bars, and then we will go to the Gradient Fill, and you are looking for light blue data bar. This other one is blue bar, so we're looking for the light blue data bar. So click on it. Perfect. Now step number 16. Maya also wants to highlight the item that needs to be reordered. So in the range I4 all the way to I15, use conditional formatting, highlight the cell rules to format containing the value equal to a reorder, right? So I will have to type or copy and paste. So let's go back, highlight the I4 all the way to I15, and then go back to the Home tab, and then on the ribbon, look for the group styles, click on format, conditional formatting, and then we have to go to highlight the cell, and then we will go to equal to, and then you can take off the 0, and then you're gonna type reorder. So be sure that you don't misspell it. So reorder with this color, I need to indicate the reorder, right? So you can change it. If you want to change, you can click the drop down here, and we have different kinds of color. You can use yellow, green, or you can customize it, right? So in this case, we want to stick with the light red fill with dark red text, and then I will click OK. So as you see, the two uh, the two values that have a reorder is being what highlighted with the color that you indicate, all right? So we're done with 16, step 17. In cell G16, enter the formula using the average function to display the average cost of the parts in the warehouse using the range G4 all the way to G15, right? So we want to find the average now. And the average, we have a function which is a built-in function that will find us the average from a range of values. So our range is G4 all the way to G15, right? So let's go back to G16 first. We have to focus on G, the column G and row 16, as you see. Now we have to use the average function, right? So I can go to the editing, the group editing under the home, and then I can click on the Sigma down arrow and then average. So it's gonna ask me, do you want to use the average from G4? Oh, that's wrong. We want G4. Let's see. I will go back to my instruction. G4 all the way to G15. So perfect. So G4 all the way to G15, everything look perfect. Then you can press the enter key, right? Now we want to find the minimum cost from the range, right? So now I can use from here to use the function minimum for the minimum, we use min, right? And then maximum is for max function, right? To find us the maximum or the minimum value in a range. Now, let me show you the other way. You can also go to the formula tab. Then you can go to under the function library here. You can go to more. And then from here, you can also go down and then let's find maximum, maximum and minimum. See, min and max, they are all under the stats function category, right? So we're gonna go to min, and then if you think the range is good, if not, then just hit the backspace to delete it, then click the up arrow, and then you need to select G4 all the way to G15. All right, and then you have to hit the down arrow again to take us back, and then click OK. Perfect. Now I will go for to find the maximum from the range, right? So I can also use the insert function. It's the same as you go to the category, right? Or I can use the auto sum from here too. See, the max is here, all right? Or I can go back to the home, and there's the guy here under the editing group, right? So I will click max because I want to find the maximum cost. Now it's going to ask you the range, so the range is wrong, so you will need to go back to the middle of the G4, hold the left key of your mouse, and then highlight the cell from G4 all the way to G15. When you see G4 all the way, that's perfect. Now press the enter key. So 435 is the maximum cost, the minimum is 15, the average is 152 and 50 cents. Perfect. Now we have done the min, the max, and the average. So we did 17, 18, and 19. All right. So here they said in G17, enter the formula using the min function to display the cost of the cheapest part located in the warehouse. And in cell G18, enter the formula using the max function to display the cost of the most expensive part located in the warehouse from the range G4 all the way to G15. So for the minimum, for the average, and the maximum, we need to use the range G4 all the way to G15, which is the cost. Now, number 20. Check the spelling in the workbook to identify and correct any spelling. So let's go back. And then let's go back to review. And then under the proofing, click on spelling. And then we're gonna continue from the beginning of the sheet. So it says external hard disk. That's wrong. It should be external, right? So look for external. That's the one. And then change external and then click OK. So external hard drive. Perfect. Now go back. Now change the tab color of the inventory list worksheet to aqua SN1, which is the fifth column and the first row of the theme color palette to match the color of the bin list worksheet. So let's go back, and then under the inventory here in the worksheet tab, right click on the inventory list sheet until you see the shortcut menu. Go to the tab color and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aqua SN1. So click on this one, the first row on column number 5. Perfect. Now if you click the bin, the same as the bin color, now we have to click the bin color of the tab. Now we need to look at the final figure they provide us in your assignment here. So look, is it the same thing? It look perfect. All right. So I will hit the save. Now your file is sc underscore ex365 underscore 2a underscore Sadiq Noor underscore 1, right? That's the file you download. Now we need to change the 1 to 2. So what you need to do is go to File, Save As, wherever you want to save it. I will hit Browse. I will save it on in my download, but I will change the 1, only the 1 to 2, and then click Save. Now let's close it. Let's close the instruction, and then let's go back to the canvas. Go back to your modules. So go back to the modules, and then we have to go to SAM Project A Excel Module 02 Formula Function. Click on it. Click on Load the SAM Project Module 2 Formulas function in a new window. It's gonna open a new tab. Give it a few seconds. Now this time you have to hit the same thing, Start. Now we're done with the download stuff. Now we have to upload for grading. So either you can drag your file here, or I can just click it, and then I have to go to download, or you can go to your documents, wherever you saved your finishing product. So in my case, it was under the download, and this time I will not gonna select 1, I will select 2, right? And then I will click open. Perfect. Now you have to hit submit for grade, the third box. Submission successfully graded. Now I want to see what is my grade report, and then click it to open it. So click edit, and let's see now what is the issue. So the issue here is they said add the header to the worksheet. The bin header contain the text warehouse bin, right? So that's one error. And then the other one, they said G14 all the way should be the accounting number, which I did there. So let's go back. That's a good. So open the file again, Excel. So first, let's go to View, Page Layout, and then I forgot to add the header. So the header they want us to put there, if you let me open the instruction too. That's weird how I forgot that. I think so I did it, but the system didn't save it. So if you go down, so I can show you where they said to add. Here you go here. In a page layout view, enter the warehouse bin. So let's go. So you can also do it from here, right? So, but we went to the page layout view here. I don't know why it doesn't save it. And then warehouse bins. So let me check again. Warehouse bin. Where? Oh, sorry, where I said warehouse. Very, very careful. You have to do this. Warehouse bins. So that's in the center section. So I put that one. All right. And then we're gonna go back to view and normal. All right. So if you go to file and print, so the warehouse bin is there. So perfect. So what's the next one we need to do that we had a problem with? They said that I didn't change. So this one is done. Now let's get to the step number 14. So let's go G4 all the way to G15. G4 all the way to H15. H15. Go back to the home. It should be accounting. Right, the data should be accounting. I put currency there, so it should be accounting. Or it was currency, I didn't change it to accounting. Now, after you did the changes, now let's close it, save it. Now close everything. We should be good to go now. So just go back to your assignment, refresh it, the MindTap. So you can upload your file again. Click on start. Click here, the second box. Select the one that has 2 with it after your first and last name. Submit. It's a minor error I did. So they said, still I have a problem with that. The bin list worksheet. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, it looks like we have to put this in the bin list worksheet. So we have to be sure where we were. Here. And then let's go to view, page layout. So the spelling was wrong. I did it right. See? It should be warehouse. I know that I did it right. See? Warehouse. It was warehouse I put. So warehouse bins. So click anywhere here. And then let's go back to view, normal. Let me go back to the inventory one and take it out, the one we put there. They don't want this to be here. Okay, so the inventory one doesn't have any uh header. Okay, now we should be good to go. I was surprised how I missed that. So close it. So close this. Now again refresh it. So it says that I have all these attempts because I miss a few things. So let's click it again. Then you have to click here to upload your file, this one. Perfect. See, it was a minor change that other I forgot I misspelled the warehouse bin, right? And then the other one error we had that I did not change the data type from currency to accounting. So maybe I was so excited, right? So here is that we get the information. Our score is 100 out of 100. And I don't have anything that the system dock my number. All is green. All right. So be sure to follow the step well, and then be sure that to practice, and also be sure to subscribe to my channel. Be sure that to share my videos and my channel to your friends and family member. Thank you so much and have a nice and blessed day. Thank you. Bye.